What's up, y'all? I am Chris Hayes 508. Today we got a very special guest. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, and what you got going on.
Hey guys, I'm Charisma.D. I'm from Philly, Uptown, by way of showing here. So yeah, I got a lot going on here. A lot going on. Some new stuff, some old that you'll be able to see. So let's get started.
All right. Well, the first thing that I want to ask before we get started is, do you have a new song or album? Like, what's out new that you want the people to check out?
Yeah, so I do have a new song out called On the Screen, produced by DH. He's actually on it as well. Feature shout out to DH Worldwide. We're actually right now, I didn't want to do like a regular music video. I wanted to do something different. So I decided that I was going to do a series. Made the song, turned it into a series. Initially, it was like a little short movie. And then as we kept going and people wanted more and the characters wanted more, I was like, okay, we're going to write a little bit more and make it a series. So that's what I'm doing behind the scenes right now. So I made the whole thing. It's about, I want to say 26 scenes. It sounds like a lot, but once you get into it, it's just going to flow. So instead of doing like a, twerk thing and all other stuff to the song, because it's a little on the sensual side, I decided I wanted to do like a, it's not a musical, but it'll come off kind of like that, but it's intricate. It has a lot in it. It has a lot of things that you talk about in society, things that people are going through relationship wise, things people talk about to their friends that, they might not want out there, but we got to get it out there to bring awareness. So that's what we're doing now. So on the screen, you can find it on all platforms. And then I have another song that is getting mastered right now that's about to come out. We're going to do a video for that actually. Shout out to Fez Taylor. I have a couple clips on my page of that. That one is singing. So on the screen is rapping and this new song is singing. You guys will see that soon too.
I mean, that's a great concept you have. Definitely taking a different approach. I mean, you have a beautiful voice. You got a great message. You have a foundation, and you have a lot of stuff that we're going to get into. But
Mhm.
before we start, I want to officially welcome you to On the Spot. Thank you for coming through.
Yes.
Always gotta welcome you to the show the
Thank
right
you.
way. And the first thing that I always like to start off with is about your name. And I know you already mentioned it, but I want to slow everything down right now, make sure people really get to understand. Tell the people again, what is your official artist name? Who gave it to you? Why did you choose it? Tell us the story about your name.
So my official artist name is Charisma.D, and Charisma is actually my middle name. So charisma means class mostly. It gives you that, je ne sais quoi, it gives you that chill. You can look it up. There's a lot of different, a lot of different. Sorry, my daughter's in the back calling my name. There's a lot of. Here we go. I'm
There's a
sorry.
lot of
Yes,
meanings
yes, I
behind
do.
the name.
Yes. Charisma D is my middle name. My first name is Sade. The reason why I didn't do Charisma or Sade is my first name as an artist name is because there's already a band out, Sade. So I was like, you know what? Just to kind of, yes, go ahead, Isis. I'm sorry. I didn't do Sade because I didn't want it to get mixed. So I did Charisma instead, and it's still me. A lot of people call me that anyway. It's still me. So that's where we went with it.
Wow, no, I did not expect that to be a Sade Charisma.
And
That's
the
a
D is the
vibe.
beginning of my last name.
Wow, okay, all
Mhm.
right. That actually was a great move to pick that middle name, and I haven't
Mhm.
heard anyone use that before. And I kind of going through your content, I was like, you got a lot of personality. You got a big personality, but
Mhm.
personality is part of that charisma. So it definitely runs through everything you do. So tell me more about your journey in music. Tell me a little bit about your inspirations, like how you got started, but also tell me about your motivation to keep going.
So I started singing. I want to say I was around 3 years old. I started in the church, of course, and then I went into from being in the church and literally everyone knowing me in my church and being a part of the group that sings before the sermon would start and everything, and then going into doing R&B and I would just rap on the side. I would rap with the boys and I would do battle raps in high school. I
Ooh.
and I would win. But I never really took like the rapping part seriously. But singing, I've done it for a long time. I actually trained at Settlement Music School, and that I did opera there. And I
Wow.
also I also played the saxophone too, so that's something I'm going to get back into doing. But singing has always been like a release for me. I went through a lot of things growing up. I went through a lot of child abuse. I went through being not outcast, but just being in my own bubble because I didn't grow up with my biological parents, but I did grow
Mm.
up with my biological family. So the people that did raise me, I want to say. I was kind of raised in like a narcissistic household. So I didn't turn narcissistic. I turned into an empath. So just all the things I went through, I just put it in the music. I would write for people, write for myself. I was in a couple of groups coming up. And it was just an outlet for me, music and dance. I've been a ballerina in the bulk of my life. So they were just the ways that I would like, oh, yeah, got a tattoo on my back. I have a ballerina inside of a G clef tattooed on my back. But it pretty much just was my outlet. My motivation to keep going are my three children, and I just have a dream, and I'm going to follow it. And I could be further, but I didn't pursue it fully because when I was coming up, while everybody else was doing like sports after school or whatever the case may be, I was in a studio. I was in a studio, 14 years old, 15 years old,
Wow.
and I went through an instance where my music was taken from me. So it kind of scarred me. And this was early on, like when we still had the CDs, and I still had some CDs of me doing demos and EDMs for people. And I worked with a lot of different people, and I learned a lot of stuff early on. And just me being a compassionate person and a giving person, uh, it just it just made me be like, no, I don't want to do this. And then as time went on, people were asking me to do features and asking me, what am I doing with my music? And I went through a whole spiritual journey where I'm not active in the church anymore and I don't sing gospel anymore, but now I do other things. So the motivation is pretty much is in me. It's on me. Music is me.
Ooh.
It's not something I can run from. It's not something that I can just put on a back burner. It's just not. And when I go through certain things, sometimes I have to turn the music off because it'll bring up certain emotions that I don't want to delve into. And then I'll have like creative blocks because I'm not. And you know what? What I learned about the creative blocks, where they come from, is when you're not telling your truth.
Mm.
So, meaning like, say if you just went through a breakup or something like that, but you're an artist and you got to do some music and you're not able to really do what you want. Like, it's not sounding right. It's not giving that the words are not there. It's because you're not saying what you really want to say. And that's a part of visibility too, like being able to be 100% vulnerable if you're a real artist, if you write. And that's not taken away from anybody else who doesn't write, but I do. And I like for my things to be authentic. And that was another thing. I was running into a lot of inauthenticity. I was running into a lot of men in this industry that want more than what you're willing to give. I
Mm.
pride myself on being celibate. I pride myself on being strict program over here. I don't play that. So just to interject, moving forward, anybody that wants to work with me or do anything money wise or related wise, and you're a male, keep it there. Other than that, I'm good. I don't want nothing else. Like, you're gonna know if I do, and it's just not giving that. Plus, I got my eye on somebody right now, and yeah. But other than that,
Wow. I think it's good you let people know. Don't cross that line and, let's
mhm,
keep it professional. And
mhm,
I respect that 1,000%. And,
mhm.
thanks for sharing that with
Yeah,
everybody.
for sure.
Now I want to find out a little bit more about you because we've been so music focused, and
Hmm.
so, which is, we're going to get back to the music and talk more about it. But I
Hmm.
want to find out a little bit about you outside of the music. I know you're a proud mother of three and, you're proud of your music. But outside of that, I mean, when you get some free time, which I'm sure is hard, but do you have any interests outside of music? Like, do you have any hobbies you like to do? Is there anything on your bucket list you haven't done yet? Any interests or anything like that you want to share?
Sure. So outside of music, obviously I do, and we'll go down the list because I do a lot. I'm pretty multi-dimensional, what we call it, multi-hyphenate, right?
Yeah.
So outside of music, I do act. I have about I want to say like 8 projects that should be coming out this year. So the first
Wow.
one, yeah, the first one will be God or Gun. Shout out to Jimmy the Saint. That should be dropping any day now, this month maybe. It's already been accepted to Tubi, so we're just waiting on that.
Dang.
Then another one from him is called The Pussy Trap. we might call it the P trap, just for ears. But that'll be coming out too, where I play Rain. So in God or Guns, I play Joy, and she more is like a church girl. And then in the Pussy Trap is just a complete contrast. I play more of like a go getter of the pack, trying to figure out who did what to my friend who was unalive. We have a madame, and we're like escorts, and it's like nothing that I've ever done, so it's like out of the norm. But I actually have a freestyle in that video. I mean, that movie that I did too. So it's just a lot, you know. I wind up doing something at the end of the movie that is going to be mind blowing. So I can't wait for that one to come out too. Then we have, well, it's called now The Echoes of Betrayal, but it used to be called Delusional. Shout out to Ray Luke. And that one I filmed in New York, and that one is a series and should be coming out. And my name is Paris, the character, and she does some things with her husband that she should, well, behind his back that she shouldn't have, and he just goes on a rampage from what she did, just pretty much killing
Dang.
all the women that he meets. It's pretty good. I have another one too, Grass is Greener, where I play Anya. Shout out to Gunna Films. What else? Shout out to Marcus for what is this? What is it? I know so many different ones. Blind Loyalty. I have a cameo in that. I have a cameo in Broken Trust too. That's with Jimmy the Saint. There's another one. Of course, I'm doing my film, and on the side too. Not on the side. Actually, I have 5 different films that I'm doing right now, different series that I'm writing. So they're nothing like the ones that I've been in. They're more so like sci-fi. They're more so mystical. More so what do you want to say? A lot of people think that I'm like, I just get into pretty girl stuff and prissy things and this and the third. And in all actuality, I'm literally like a geek. I read. I do nothing but reading. I cannot tell you what's on TV right now. So it's so funny that I'm doing so many films, but I don't really watch TV like that.
Mm,
So they're like, yeah, there's like this Tubi group where they talk about all the girls who are Tubi actresses and this and the third. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm just doing my thing. They call me
mm.
up, hey, can you do this real quick? Most of these films that I'm in, I got the script literally right before we filmed, and it was just like that. So
Wow.
yeah, it's just like I said, it's in me. There's a couple other films that I'm into, but like I said, I'm doing 5 of my own on the side too. In essence, I'm a childcare director, so outside of being a childcare director, I've been in that field, the educational field, for about 19 years now. So outside of being a childcare director, and I just got promoted to be executive director. So outside of that, I'm painting, and I ice skate, and I roller skate and bowl,
Damn.
and I'm a daredevil. What else? I have not jumped out of a plane, but I have done bungee jumping, really, really, really high bungee jumping in
Wow.
Texas at their fair, biggest fair in the world. So skydiving, I don't know. I used to want to do that before I became a mother, but
Yeah.
ever since then, I was just like, I know some people who have done it, but I don't know. Like my babies, they have people, but for me, all they got is me. Like I'm the generational curse breaker of my family.
You don't need to be
So they
jumping out
learn
no
through me.
plane.
What'd you say?
I said you don't need to be jumping out no plane
No,
right now.
absolutely not. I don't know what they were doing. You know what? My oldest, she's 12, and she always says that wherever I go, she wants to live right next to me. Like she doesn't want to be without me. She's like, Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do if you leave. And I'm like, we're not going to talk about that. We're
Yeah.
just going to. But I have 3. I have a 12-year-old, I have a 7-year-old, and I have a 4-year-old, and they're like
Wow.
right here. So anybody that knows my children or know who I am, they know how I am as a mother. I don't play about that. I'm very, like I educate my children on all the things that I was not educated on. I make sure they have everything that I didn't. I don't shield them away from, life, because things happen. If I had it my way, they wouldn't. But that's the only way you're going to be able to grow. We're here to learn
Yeah.
lessons and ultimately grow from them. If you don't, you're going to get it again. And sometimes it's not going to be easy as the last lesson you had. So, um, I'm going to pick my saxophone back up again. So that's another thing. So ultimately, that'll be something new too. I don't see a lot of artists or a lot of females right now in the industry doing that, picking up the instruments. And, some do, or mostly are like guitar.
Yeah.
But getting out there and doing my saxophone is going to be something that's going to be different for my audience too. So, what else? Painting, saxophone, dancing. Oh yes, ballet, and other dancing. Not like stripper dancing. No offense to anybody that does that. But I have been a trained dancer the bulk of my life. What else? What else? Oh, I went to hair school as well. So I've done hair since I worked in hair about a lot of hair salons. I worked in the hair salon since I was like 12 years old. First starting out washing and everything, and then I would do hair from my home. And I said, you know what? I want to learn different techniques than I already do. So I enrolled in hair school when I was younger, and then got pregnant with my youngest. So my oldest got pregnant with my oldest, and we're on that trajectory. And we're here now.
And I mean, that's a beautiful thing. You're always trying to give back, and that's what it's about. It's not about taking, but it's about giving back too. And I think that's a great principle to have. And you're also giving back, good messages and vibes through your music.
Hmm.
And before we run out of time, we only got a couple minutes left. I want to make sure we get a chance to talk about your music a little bit. So, for the people who have not heard your music yet, what's the first song you want them to check out right now? What's the name and where can they find it?
The first song they can check out is Tango on all platforms. You can find it anywhere, Apple Music, YouTube. I've taken a lot of my videos down just to start fresh and just I went through a really really bad relationship breakup. Really bad. I want to say about like has it been 3 4 years now? It's been 3.5 years. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just boss up, and I started putting my rap out. And I
Mm.
have a twin, and my twin at the time was like, Sade, you're really good at singing and everything like that, but I think you need to get on your rap. You need to do your rap stuff. Like, they
Ooh.
gonna mess with you, they gonna mess with you. I was like, all right, whatever. Went through a little imposter syndrome for a little bit, and I was like, all right, let's ball. Like, because for I was kind of like, you know what? My ex didn't know that I could do this. He used to try to rap, and I used to be like, oh, that's nice, being a supportive girlfriend. It was ass. And I was like, let me show how we do this thing. And that's what I was doing. I just going to drop freestyle after freestyle. I dropped the freestyles. They went up. And then I ultimately wanted to really talk about more conscious stuff. And I realized once I started putting my more conscious stuff out there, I started getting like shadow banned. Still to this day, started getting
Wow.
shadow banned. People telling me they couldn't find me. This and the third. Went from getting 20K views to 100. Like it's world. It's world. So it's very important what you're putting out. Stand for anything, you're gonna fall. Like, you know what I mean? So I stand on business. If that means that it's not gonna get showed like that, it won't. But I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing because someone sees it and my tribe will see it. You know what I mean? So it's doing what it needs to do. But for the most part, I pretty much am just here. I'm here and I'm present. I'm not allowing the things that have deterred me in the past to get to where I need to go, because then I'll forever just be stagnant and nothing comes of that. I have a lot to give and a lot to show, and I'm just getting started. So,
I love it. I love I
mhm,
love your story. It's definitely inspirational. It's for the ladies out there and just everyone. I know people can relate to what you're going through, and
mhm,
you're giving back so much and you're putting so much good stuff out there. So I want to congratulate you on that,
mhm.
guys. Tango's out. I know you have more out and on the
On the
way.
screen. On the screen. That's the rapping. Tango is singing. On the screen is the rapping. That's the one y'all need to be looking for. On the screen.
Okay,
Yep.
Tango and on the screen. Well, I was gonna ask you before we go. We got about 30 seconds left.
Hmm.
Um, is there any shout outs you want to give? Is there anything I didn't ask you that you want to talk about? Anything on the way you want to mention?
Y'all just look out for my films. Look on my page. I'll be posting more. So, like I said, Gotta Guns is coming out. That's on my page. What else? What haven't we talked about that we talked about a lot. I just say look out, like, you know what I mean. Watch for it. We got another song that's about to come out soon. So that's with Fez Taylor. Shout out to Jimmy the Saint. Shout out to Ray Luke. Shout out to Marcus P. Shout out to Tammy Jean. That's my homie that I got something that's coming in. Who else? There's a lot of people out there. Like, y'all know who y'all are. I love y'all lots. And I thank you, appreciate you for this, and y'all be seeing more of me. We getting out there. We
You,
doing the thing.
you have a great memory. I can't believe you remembered all the names and all the directors and all the actors. Like that's actually impressive to me. I'm like,
Hmm.
wow. And you guys might have to run this back, watch it again because there's a lot of game, a lot of things to learn. And guys, make sure to go check out Charisma
Sure,
D right
sure,
now. And I want to thank you for coming through. Thank you.
sure. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everyone for watching, guys. Appreciate you watching the show. I got one favor to ask y'all. Press like, drop a comment, share this on your story. Go give her a follow. And you already know what it is. I'm Chris Hayes 508. This on the spot. We're going to see y'all in the next episode. Let's go.